Hi, welcome to our healthy cooking demonstration today. So my name is Lynn, I'm one of the dietitians in NUH, and we have Mr. Shariff here. Yeah. So today we have three parts to our cooking demonstration. Okay, first up, what are we cooking, Mr. Chef?
Well, we're having lettuce with cherry tomato, grapes, capsicum and cucumber salad for a start, okay? The salad dressing going to be olive oil and lemon juice. Okay?
Yeah, so you can see that there's actually a lot of colors there. We
Lettuce.
have green, we have yellow, we have red and even purple. Yeah, so all these different colors actually provide us with all different kinds of antioxidants, which is perfect to help us fight infections, okay, and any inflammations lah. Yeah, so they are also very good, very high in vitamin C as well. Tomatoes actually one of the antioxidant name, we call it lycopenes. And the ones that are in yellow and orange fruits and vegetables, usually we call it beta carotene. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to share as well is that there's actually a very long established what we call it, a lot of studies out there that shows that those people who don't tend to eat enough fruits and vegetables actually would have higher risk of colon and rectal cancer. So it's always good to brush up our fruits and vegetables, have at least, I would say, 2 servings of fruits and 2 servings of vegetables every day. Okay. So you can always top up a bit more olive oil if you know your healthcare professional told you to gain a bit of weight. Yeah, you can add a bit more calorie in
and
there.
And lemon juice.
Okay. I think this will increase your appetite. The citrusy flavor. So we have this grounded grinder pepper and some sea salt. So just wanted to share actually, for olive oil, we actually usually in the supermarket we can find extra light and extra virgin. So the difference is that if you want to stir fry anything or you want to heat, you probably should choose the extra light one that is more friendly to the heat. So you can actually use the extra virgin as well for salads if you're not adding more heat into it. Okay, so it's that simple, you see. You can just mix everything in. I think we can do this in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes even. Yeah? So Mr. Shariff, can we actually use vinegar as a replacement for lemon, just in case if we don't have fresh lemons at home?
Yes, you can.
Yeah?
But you can use what do you call it, red wine vinegar if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is a bit healthy on that. So that's what we normally use in the kitchen. So,
Okay.
or you prefer the other kind of vinegar, which is what do you call it, the white vinegar, it's also the same. So
Okay,
right.
so there are a lot of replacements.
So now we got a salad ready
Oh, yes.
for 2 person, okay? All right.
Okay, so that's perfect. Okay, so next up we have our second dish, which is our proteins. So we are making chicken breast with oregano. Yeah. So according to the Chef Shariff just now, actually he shared that we can't actually get fresh oregano in Singapore. So you can actually buy one of these from just our Fair Price, Sheng Siong. I think you can find those local supermarkets. Yeah? Okay, so how shall we start now?
Alright, for a start, the chicken has to be thinly sliced horizontally, and then you need to pound it. You can use those mashed potato pounder on the, what do you call it, on the flat tray, whatever it is. And then it's much easier when you pound it, and it's easier to cook. And actually we call it chicken paella, P-A-I-L-L-A-R-D. But we call it basically, after that, just season with salt. Black pepper.
So these are very simple seasonings that we have at home, so you can make it anytime. This is the unsalted butter.
That's right.
Yeah, for the flavor.
Normally when you cook any meat with butter, it browns up very fast. So basically, whether you use beef, chicken, or pork, whatever it is, or lamb, So the meat get brown very fast. That's what normally we use, having butter on the cake. If you use, salt on it, what you can do is, I always do one side, because it's only a thin, very very thinly cut chicken, so it's much easier to do it, on one side. And then when the thing get hotter, you start cooking the chicken from where you season it.
So it's good to use, trim off the fats, like Mr. Shariff said, because actually all the animal fats are very high in saturated fats, which can actually cause heart disease, heart attack, stroke, and things like that. So it's good to trim off all these fats, and chicken breast, I guess, is one of the lowest fat proteins you can get.
This portion is enough for 2 to 4 packs. Depends on how many people are eating. So if you're a big eater, of course, for two person be enough. If you're a small eater, maybe you share for 3 or 4 person. Okay.
So this is about 400 grams, right?
Yes, that's right, 400 grams.
Usually we should actually include protein-rich foods in our lunch and dinner meals, okay? Because proteins can actually help build our muscle tissues, okay? And also help us build our immunity. Yeah, especially if you're on chemo or anything like that. Your doctors would want to boost up your protein, and it can actually reflect in your blood test results. So you must make sure that you have your proteins as much as you can. So would the lemon seasoning be the same for beef or anything like that? Can you use them for other type of meats
Normally
as well?
for this dish, it's recommended only for chicken or veal. Veal, I mean a calf's meat, So we normally do it thinly sliced, and it's much easier to do it, with the lemon juice and oregano. So another name for it will be called chicken kabala. Okay? So it's much easier to, wait until it's slightly brown, then you add in the oregano, and the last part will be the lemon juice.
So oregano actually tastes quite good with chicken.
That's right.
What about beef? What herbs would go well with it?
Yes, oregano will be okay, but then normally for beef, we always add a bit of rosemary for it, for flavor, yeah. So
Okay.
normally we can do it within 20 minutes or 25 minutes. And then especially when you got everything ready, this is what we call in the kitchen, it's called mise en place. Mise en place, that means everything has to be pre-prepared, You don't come to the kitchen and say, oh, I need this, I need that. So everything is all pre-prepared.
I think NTUC, they usually also sell those like chicken fillets.
Yeah, they can get
thin
a
fillets.
boneless leg, but boneless leg is always a lot of fat. So you actually trim off the fat, or you can use your hand and just peel it off, and season the same way. Because boneless leg are much more tastier than the breast, because breast is a bit dry sometimes. So when you cook the sauce, make sure you have enough sauce for it. Yeah, so whereas it takes for the chicken meat to cook, breast and boneless leg is about the same time basically, So, but don't try to use the whole drumstick because it takes forever, Yeah.
Okay. And you were sharing a technique that you can mash it down so that
That's
the flavor goes in and it's tender. So basically, Mr. Shariff just used the tool to make mashed potato to kind of mash it down, yeah?
Yeah. Or whatever pounder you have at home, make sure it's clean, and cover the chicken with a proper, board everything, and then you just pound it, and add in oregano. Do not be stingy with oregano because oregano adds more flavor into it.
So actually, if you have a combination of herbs, you have fresh seasoning like your lemon juice, you may not have to rely that much on salt to give you the flavor. I wonder if we have fish here. Would you use similar seasoning as well?
Not really. For fish, recommended is dill. Yeah. You can get dill in any supermarket in Singapore, but normally for seasoning, we always get a dry dill, Squeeze half a lemon into it.
I think lemon is really useful to kind of bring out the flavors, kind of combine
That's
all
right.
of them. Yeah. It triggers your appetite as well, you know. If you're on any treatment and you feel like you don't feel like eating today, add in a bit of lemon juice in there and I think you'll start eating soon. So we can leave behind the butter.
Yeah, the butter, the sauce, but you need to have a bit of sauce because it becomes too dry later.
Ah, okay.
So, okay, the chicken is ready. So you need pour a little bit of salt. If you like it a bit more lemony, you can always, you know, use 2/2 lemon. I mean, everybody have their own taste. So anyway, so it's ready and ready to go. This is your main course. And the next dish you're going to do with the pasta to go along with as a carbohydrates.
So this is our protein, yeah, packed full of protein in this chicken breast, yeah. So the next one we'll do is the carbohydrate to make it a balanced meal. So the last dish we have here is the carbs and it's called the penne pesto, yeah. So there we go, we have a big bowl of pasta that we need to boil, and then we have the Parmesan cheese, yeah. You can shred yourself or you can buy one of these that you can just add in, okay. And we have our made pesto sauce.
Yes.
Yeah. Chef, would you like to tell us what did you mix in here?
Okay, sure. The main ingredient is English basil, garlic, whole garlic, below the skin, then olive oil, then you also have what do you call it, pine nuts. You can even use cashew nuts if you want to, but it's a bit too expensive, so we always use pine nuts. And then at the end of the day, you know, you just blend everything together in a food processor, and then the olive oil you have to pour slowly and slowly, so it nicely comes out, you see. So at the same time also you can always season with a little bit of salt and pepper to your own taste. Pesto sauce can be made beforehand. You can make a big amount if you want to, and always pesto sauce you can freeze it. I mean this portion is enough for 3 to 4 packs. So basically you can always freeze the balance of it. So whenever you want to have it, you know, you can keep it for at least 2 to 3 months. Just take it out from the freezer. So basically it helps a lot of saving time. And in case any family member doesn't like the green color, you know, because I mean some people doesn't like the color green color on a pasta. So you can always add tomato, and we call it basilico sauce. So that's the whole thing. Okay, for the pesto sauce, for the penne al pesto, you can always use penne. Have to be a thicker pasta, or you can use fettuccine, not spaghetti, yeah. And also you can use bow tie pasta. These are the thicker pasta. So what I did is like I actually boiled the pasta for. You have to boil the water until boiling point, lower the flame, and then throw the pasta inside the dry pasta inside, at least for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So before that, you make sure the water is always add with a bit of salt and a bit of olive oil. So that's the main ingredient. So the pasta must be al dente, that means it's half cooked. Because what you're going to do later will be you're going to cook inside the pot with the pasta and the sauce together. Okay?
We don't want it to be too soggy,
That's
overcooked.
right. Yeah, overcooked.
Okay.
So
Right,
what
let's start.
what I do is normally is you can always do the pesto sauce first in a pot, or even you use a small pan. It's up, you know.
Okay.
And then what I have here is the leftover pasta water, which I always add in to make it more nice and liquid instead of getting too dry. And a bit of butter.
Okay.
Bit of salt. Pepper later.
So it's a quick and easy sauce.
That's right.
Yeah, homemade sauce. So you don't actually need to buy those pre-made ones.
This is very quick. When you put in a food processor, everything is ready. You basically blend it for less than 20 minutes, that's it. And if you do a big amount, you can always portion it to your own liking. So what I normally do is I prepare at least 4 portions, for me and my son, together. So whatever we're going to eat, pesto we just take out from the freezer, leave it out for a while. Then you start cooking the pasta, everything ready. So what I'm using is a penne. And the English basil looks like this. Okay. It has a nice sweet smell to it. You can always get it in NCIS. 1 punnet probably costs less than $5. Okay.
Right, so now we are just making a
make the sauce
thick
first.
sauce out of it. Okay, so just wanted to share actually, cancer itself is a disease that can actually cause your body cell metabolism. It works in a way that is different, that it burns off your protein, your fats and your energy stores. So that's why some patients can actually find themselves losing a lot of weight quite quickly. Yeah, so dishes like what Mr. Shariff made for us is actually quite high in calorie. You can adjust it yourself. So you can add a bit more butter in there, you can add a bit more olive oil or cream or things like that. So those are very high in calorie that you can add in. But at the same time, if you are trying to maintain your, healthy body weight, your healthy BMI, then you can actually have a higher fiber carbohydrate. So instead of pasta, actually nowadays pasta you can actually find the whole meal one very easily even in NTUC or any other local supermarkets. Okay, but actually you can switch this to brown rice as well, yeah,
That's
Mr.
right.
Shariff? Okay, so just give it a good stir.
That's the reason we do the pasta al dente, because you actually cook it again, and then of course not too long. And whenever you cook the pasta al dente, which is half cooked, as you recook again, it tastes just nice.
You can easily cook this for a whole family.
Yeah, that's right. As you can see, it's getting drier, so you just add more pasta water.
Does pasta water add a bit of flavor to it compared to using just
Plain
fresh
hot
plain
water,
water?
It's very quick, less than 10 minutes it's all cooked. So you use it as a carbo for your chicken and penne al pesto.
Okay, we are almost done with the plating.
These are the leftover fresh basil. We just use for a bit deco on it. So to end it up, just sprinkle some Parmesan cheese to your own taste. If you like more cheese, you add in more cheese.
Okay, you can add in some calcium in there as well from the cheese and some extra protein. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We have very high protein chicken breast and some carbohydrates, for you to have enough energy to fuel your day. And so we have one more salad here, okay, to complete your meal.
I myself is a cancer survivor. So this food that I prepare for is for everybody, whether you're cancer or whether you're, for your family and friends. And please enjoy it.
So here we have fruits and vegetables for your antioxidants and vitamin C, okay? And we have the carbohydrate for your energy and protein from the chicken breast. So I would say that this is a very complete balanced meal. And thanks Mr. Shariff for making this meal for us, okay? So I think Mr. Shariff can do it. You can do it too. So you should try it this weekend.
Thank you very much.